Who will do, Tiddly peeps? I'm Hubba Hubba, talking to you from Hoobland, and I'm about to send 4 of my favourite Hoobs down to Earth to find out all about you for my great Hoobapedia. Here they come! You know who the Hoobs are?
Iver!
Groove!
And Tula!
We're Hoobs, and they're ready to go.
Oh!
Now the wheels are turning, we can all get learning all the things we want to know.
Hey!
Hubba Hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing,
We keep the engine spinning.
hoop hoop hooray! The Hoobapedia is coming your way.
Oh! Way!
The Hoobs are here, so what do you say? Hoobs!
Tula, have you seen the small peep planet I got from HoobNet?
What does it look like?
Well, it's in a big square yellow box with green spots on. I wanted to put my peep planet in the Hooby studio, seeing as we're on the peep planet.
Oh, that's a hoobly groobly idea, Iver. Sorry, haven't seen it.
Oh, there's a box.
Oh, that's my Hooby Bits box.
Oh.
Just what I was looking for. Oh, I love my Hooby Bits box. It's got all my best and favourite things for making things. Oh. Oh. Oh, sorry. It wasn't your Peep Planet box, Iver.
Oh.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some jewellery to wear for Hoob News.
Hoob News? I nearly forgot. We'd better hurry up and think of a question, Tula. After I found that yellow box with green spots.
Who will do Tula? Who will do Iver?
Oh,
Who will do Groove?
And a whoop.
whoop, whoop.
Groove, have you seen my small peep planet box anywhere? It's yellow with green spots.
Sorry, Iver, I haven't, but that's probably because I've been too busy inventing one of the most important things since the Hooby Wheel.
Oh, what is it?
The Bouncy Hoobybouncer with extra bounce.
Wow. Can we see it in action?
Of course you can, but because of its extreme bounciness, you'll have to duck down when I bounce it.
But Groove, I really think we should be thinking about a question for Hoob News.
Oh, this won't take a second, Iver, and it's an experience you'll never forget. Hooby drum roll, please.
What? Oh.
It's exciting, isn't it? Oh, and remember, once it hits the floor, it could go anywhere. So prepare for bounce off. 3, 2, 1. Oh, see it go! Where is it?
Sort of where it landed.
Oh.
I always thought the most important thing about bouncy things was that they bounced.
It was supposed to. I made it out of old Hooby tyres, and that's rubber. And rubber's the bounciest stuff there is, but it didn't bounce. Why?
Why?
Maybe it's just the wrong shape for bouncing.
Perhaps you're right, but we need a question for Hoob News.
So what is the best shape for bouncing?
What is the best shape for bouncing? That's a great question to answer on Hoob News. All the information can go straight into my Hoobapedia so that Hoobs everywhere can find out what the best shape for bouncing is.
Well, we know one shape that it isn't.
Well then, that's one crossed off already. I'll see what I can find on HoobNet to help you on your way. Now, let me see. Shapes. Shapes for bounce. Right then. Here are a few shapes to get you started. That's a square with 4 straight sides. That's a triangle shape with 3 sides. And that's a diamond shape. Oh, and that's a tiddly peep shape.
Now, I've made a chart with all those shapes we just saw. There's a square, a triangle, a diamond, and a tiddly peep.
Oh, how could I have got it so wrong?
It's easily done, Groove. There are lots of shapes to choose from.
Now, take a look at my chart and tell me which one you think it might be.
I think I'll go for the flatty-sided one.
The square.
Yeah, those big flat sides could be very bouncy, I think.
Well, let's find out.
How?
How, 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 how.
Find one and try it. Hey, we're going on a square hunt, a square hunt, a square hunt. We're going on a square hunt to find a bouncy square. We're going on a square hunt, a square hunt, a square hunt. We're going on a square hunt
To find a bouncy square. Here? Nope. We're going on a square hunt, a square hunt, a square. We're going... Hey, I found a square. A great big yellow square box with green spots. Let's see if it bounces.
No! Oh, stop. That is my Peep Planet box.
All right. Oh, yeah, look, it's got a peep planet inside it.
Oh, just what I was looking for. It would have broken if you'd have tried to bounce the box.
Groove, why don't you make a square out of your Bouncy Hoobybouncer?
Tula, you're a genius. After all, Groove's bouncing Hoobybouncer is made of the right stuff for bouncing. It's just a question of finding the right shape.
That's a Hooby groovy idea. Just need to get the bouncy stuff. There we are. Just got to give it a bit of a and a bit of a and a bit of a. There we are. One square bouncy Hooby bouncer with extra bounce. Okay, prepare for bounce off.
Oh, Tula.
Are you ready?
Yes.
3,
Yes.
2, 1.
Oh, get down.
See it go, see it fly, see it bounce. Yeah, it's still on the floor.
Afraid so, Groove.
So, not the square then.
How are you doing, Hoobs? Found the best shape for bouncing yet?
Well, we know it isn't the square, Hubba.
Well, that's a good start, Iver. And I found a story with lots of bounce. Take a look at this.
There once was a triangle called Trevor. He belonged to a little boy. The boy loved everything about Trevor. He loved his pointy corners and he loved his lovely straight edges. But although Trevor loved the little boy, he wasn't happy. He was tired of sitting around on a shelf being still. He wanted to be bouncy. One day, a magician came to town. "I want to be pretty," said a woman. And zap! The magician made her pretty. "I want to be tall," said a man. And zap! The magician made him tall. "I want to have a cabbage on my head," said an old lady. And zap! It was done. Trevor saw the magician passing by outside his window and called out, "I want to be bouncy!" And the magician zapped him. "Whee! I'm going to bounce now!" cried Trevor. As the boy walked in through the door, he saw Trevor trying to bounce. But suddenly, one of his pointy corners jabbed the cat. Meow! Then another of his pointy corners jabbed the little boy's leg. Ow! Then his arm. Ow!
Trevor, you're too jabby to be bouncy,
said the little boy.
Jabby things do not make good bouncers.
Trevor agreed. Triangles are good at many things, but bouncing isn't one of them. So Trevor stopped trying to bounce.
That's better,
said the boy, and Trevor smiled. From then on, he was happy to just be a very still triangle who was loved by a little boy.
Oh, I love a good triangle story.
Well, it was very useful. We now know that the triangle is not a good shape for bouncing.
Wait, Iver. maybe the triangle in the story just wasn't made of the bouncy stuff.
Yes, you're right. I'm going to make a triangle out of my Hoobybouncer, which is made of bouncy stuff. I'll just give it a little bit of a... Yeah. There we are. Look at that. Are you ready?
Oh, just a minute.
Okay.
Just don't. Not yet. Right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Good. 3, 2, 1. See it go, see it bounce, see it fly. It's still on the floor.
Sorry, Groove, but even if you make a triangle out of really bouncy rubber, it's still too jabby to bounce.
Oh, dear.
Actually, that's exactly why I don't use triangles to make jewellery. Far too jabby. But this is the perfect shape for jewellery. A Hooby blob. And I've got lots of them.
So, what other shapes have we got, Iver?
Oh, well, there is the, Tiddly peep shape. Do you think Tiddly peeps could be bouncy?
Well, they might be, but how can we find out?
Why don't you go and see if you can bounce some?
Good idea, Hubba.
No, thank you, Iver. Good luck.
I'll go and see the Tiddly peeps. I'd love to bounce a Tiddly peep. Come on.
Oh, I'll drive you there.
Well, I suppose I'd better try to make a Tiddly peep shape out of you, just in case we have to do another test.
Seatbelt. We're off to see the Tiddly peeps.
We're off to see the Tiddly peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly peeps. They're smart. They're fun.
They know.
The Tiddly peeps help us find things out. They give us clues, they tell us news. That's what they're all about. The Tiddly peeps, if we need to know who, what, where, why, when, and how, we'll ask them, off we go. We're off to see the Tiddly peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly peeps. They're smart, they're fun, they know. And
Hooble-doop.
Hooble-doop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I need to ask you a question. Can you bounce?
Yeah.
Yes?
Of course we can.
Well, I can't wait to see this. Come on. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's really Hoobacious, but I think that's called jumping. Okay. We'll try something else. What happens if you jump and then land on the ground on your bottoms? Can you give that a try for me? Okay, off you go. Not one bouncy Tiddly peep. Actually, maybe if you were made out of really bouncy stuff, then you'd be bouncy. Yes. Thank you for your help. I must get back now. Hooble-toodle-doo.
Hooble-toodle-doo.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Tula?
Oh, hoobly-groobly.
Well, those Tiddly peeps didn't bounce, but I've a feeling that if they were made of the right stuff for bouncing, then they might just be the right shape. Groove, can you turn your Hoobybouncer into the shape of a Tiddly peep you already have?
Yeah, get ready for some bouncing. Here we go. 3,
Yes?
2, 1. See it go, see it bounce, see it lie on the floor.
No. Even if you make a Tiddly peep shape in bouncy stuff, it's still not the right shape for bouncing. Who be bother? No.
And if Tiddly peep shape isn't the right shape, then I don't suppose Hoob shape is the right shape either.
Oh, well, I'd love to be the right shape for bouncing. Imagine if we were made of bouncy stuff.
Boing, boing, boing!
Imagine being a bouncy hoob.
But bouncing's not what a Hooby's for.
Boing, boing.
though I'd love to have the feeling of bouncing off the ceiling, then bouncing off the floor.
Boing, boing, boing!
A bounce to the top of the hoop nip tree, then back down onto the roof.
But there's no escape if you're not the bouncing shape. That's the truth.
Oh, a hoop wasn't made for bouncing. We know that well enough. There's no point feeling blue, it's a thing we'll never do. Hoobyver is just not bouncy stuff. Oh, a hoop wasn't made for bouncing. Oh, we know that well enough. There's no point feeling blue, it's a thing we'll never do. Hoobyver is just not bouncy stuff.
We're running out of shapes.
And we're running out of time.
Hey, there's a report from Roma coming in.
She'll know all about bouncing. I bet she will.
Twinkle, twinkle, little diamonds. Oh, sorry. Hoobledoop, Hoobs.
Hoobledoop, Roma.
I'm standing inside a jewellery shop. Now, I can tell you that all around me are diamonds, diamonds everywhere. And of course, there are diamonds all over me, too. That's because I've borrowed a few to show you. Diamondy necklace, bracelet, earrings, even a crown. It seems you can make almost any kind of jewellery out of diamonds. And the reason they look so good is that they're the most perfect shape for sparkling.
Hey!
Oh.
You see, a diamond has more sides than a dodecahedron. And all those sides reflect the light, which is why they twinkle and sparkle and glitter. Oh, which is why the peeps love them so much. And so do I.
But Roma, do they bounce?
Oh, I'll just try one out. Oh, no, sorry, Hoobs. I think the shop would like me to take these diamonds back. I wouldn't want them to think that I was going to run off with them. Although, maybe they'd let me keep just one. Must be off now. Oh, Hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo! Well, that was all very interesting, but we still need to find out if a diamond is a good shape for bouncing.
But how?
How, 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 how.
Never fear, Groove and his Bouncy Hoobybouncer are here. You're a perfect bouncy diamond. Ready for bounce off?
Wait, come and stand near me.
A 3, a 2,
Yes.
a 1. Bounce! Oh, see it fly, see it go, see it lie on the floor again.
Not the right shape for bouncing, then. Oh.
But a good shape for jewellery. Not as good as my Hooby blobs, though.
We've run out of shapes on the chart. We still haven't answered the question.
Oh, I can't believe the right shape isn't just staring us in the face.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
Hoobledoop Hoobs! So, how are we doing?
Oh, fine. Really well.
Oh, so you found out the right shape for bouncing.
Well, not exactly. No, we know a lot of shapes that are the wrong shape for bouncing.
Well, it's always good to find what's not the right thing. It means that you're getting very close to the thing that is the right thing.
Yes, but have you got any ideas, Hubba Hubba?
Well, I know those Tiddly peeps weren't bouncy, but they were talky. So why don't you pay them one more visit? That might just solve your bouncy problem.
OK, Hubba Hubba, one more trip to the Tiddly Peeps coming up.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. They're smart. They're fun.
They know.
The Tiddly Peeps, the Tiddly Peeps. If we need to know who, what, where, why, when, and how, we'll ask them. Off we go. Yoo-hoo! We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. They're smart. They're fun. They know.
Tiddly Peeps?
Who will do, Iver?
Those are the bounciest things I've ever seen. Do they bounce on their own, or do they have to have you on the top of them?
They can bounce all by themselves, Iver.
Oh. And is it because they're the right shape for bouncing?
Yes, and are made out of bouncy stuff.
Are you getting this, Groove? They are made out of bouncy stuff, and they are the right shape for bouncing.
And Iver, I know another thing that's the right shape for bouncing. Charlotte!
Oh, of course! This will bounce without a tiddly peep on it.
Oh!
Can you see this, Groove?
Hooby
Who'd have thought that round is the best shape for bouncing? Oh, thank you so much, Tiddly Peeps. Oh, Hooble Tootle Doo!
Hooble Tootle Doo!
La la!
La la! Who would have thought the best shape for bouncing would be round?
Yeah! Get ready for me to test my round Hoobybouncer with extra bounce.
There's no time for that now, Groove. It's time for Hoob News. Bring it into the Hooby studio.
Timp and Tootle sat on a wall. They wanted to bounce like a big rubber ball. Would they be bouncy or would they just fall? What happens when motorettes fall off a wall?
Timp and Tootle sat on a wall.
Timp and Tootle, they had a great fall.
Motorettes should not fall off our wall.
'Cause we are not bouncy at all. We are not bouncy at all.
So, are you ready with your news, Hoobs? Ready to give me what you've got on the best shape for bouncing for the Hoobapedia?
We're ready. Hoople-doop whoop to all you Hoobs out there. Welcome to Hoob News, the news show for Hoobs everywhere. I'm Iver.
I'm Tula.
And I'm Groove.
And today we've been asking the question...
What is the best shape for bouncing?
First, Groove made his own Hoobybouncer out of old Hooby tyres, but it just didn't bounce. So we thought it must be the wrong shape for bouncing. So next, we tried a square, but the sides were too flat.
Then we had a story about a triangle who wanted to be bouncy, but found out that he was too jabby.
Then we found out that Tiddly Peeps weren't bouncy, even if they were made out of bouncy rubber. Roma showed us some diamonds.
And we tested a diamond shape with Groove's Hoobybouncer.
But it wasn't bouncy at all. We were about to give up.
But the Tiddly Peeps showed me the real big bouncy things, and the other little bouncy things, and now we know that the best shape for bouncing is... round!
And it's thanks once again to Iver, Tula, Groove and Roma for giving Hoobs everywhere a little peep into the world of peeps. So remember, have a lovely day and Hooble Tootle Doo!
Hooble Tootle Doo!
Prepare for bounce off. 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Hubba's in Hoobland and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing.
We keep the engine spinning.
Hoop, hoop, hooray!
The Hoobapedia is coming your way.
Yeah!